I'm in love with these camera views, guys. I love this. This is my favorite thing about the new Colorado and Canyon. So amazing. Check out the fronts too. And the rear. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I was in the middle of editing some videos and Frank called me and says, hey dude, I got an AT4X Canyon here for you to film, and I dropped everything and here we are. And let's just be honest, I had said that the Colorado ZR2 might be a better buy. After seeing this, I'm a little torn here. And most of it is because of the interior. Special shout out to Jerry Seiner, Buick GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. If you are in the market, be sure to give these guys a look up. As for Frank, let's go ahead and check out the window sticker for this build. At the very top is the spec for this AT4X, and be sure to pause it for the standard equipment. Here's some of the warranty right there. And then base price for the AT4X is going to be $55,500. Now this one has a few options on it, starting off with that sunroof and off-road dry shaft. You do see it in the video, but I'm not sure if it's the correct one because I'm not sure if they've already installed it. Although they did already install the exhaust tip here, but the cargo tie-down rings I did not see in the bed yet. So it's possible that this has not gotten installed yet too. Destination comes in at $1,495 with a total price of $60,005. And then here are your fuel economy numbers on the side. I did a video yesterday on a Colorado ZR2. That truck was around $52,000. Now this truck is $60,000. I had no idea that the underbody cameras were going to be optional on this truck. I think that GMC should have probably made them standard. But nevertheless, the GMC is more of a luxury truck, and there's a few things that this truck has that the Colorado does not. Now up front, you kind of can see this has a forward-facing camera below GMC right there. And skid plates are like a grayish silverish color with those red tow hooks. And I'm actually kind of shocked. All this is actually plastic. On the ZR2, this was like an aluminum skid plate. And it's kind of like this right here. And I'm actually shocked that they did not do the same thing. LED fog lights, headlights, and turn signals. The ZR2 had incandescent bulbs for the turn signals. You have this bronze color, that's like a signature color for AT4. And I think that the overall front end design is just a little bit more classier compared to the ZR2. For example, the ZR2 has a raised hood. This one does not. There is a, I believe, 30-inch light bar that you can get from the factory. I would definitely option my truck with that. Now off to the side, 17-inch wheels wrapped in a Goodyear Wrangler, Territory MT, great tires, low noise on the road. And here's the tire size, LT 285/70/17. It's basically a 33-inch tire. Now the wheel design is different from what you see on the ZR2. 4-piston brakes. By the way, these brakes will look really nice if you paint them. They might even look good with a bronze color to match the front end of this truck. And here's the capacity for the tires, 2,755 pounds at 50 psi. Cold. Fabric material in the wheel wells, pretty much the same as the ZR2. You do have a light here on the fender flares that are finished in plastic. I do like the overall appearance of these better. And if you don't know, this does have a 3-inch factory lift, wider stance, and then you have the rocker panel protection down below. AT4X right below there, and it's in a good spot too. Colorado puts their name right up here. It should be right down below there, just like this truck here. But yeah, I do like the overall stance. That wide body look is fire. Here's a better look at that tire. And then the suspension, independent front suspension, Multimatic DSSV, which is dynamic suspension spool valve. It's like a coilover system. It can adjust tons of times while you're going off-road. It's going to help with heat too. Smart key system, painted door handles, and even on the mirrors they have a painted appearance here. Cameras below on the mirrors. And let's go ahead and step back so you guys can see this truck. You can definitely tell this truck is raised even compared to the AT4. 21-gallon fuel tank. And they do add 4 leaves in the main pack. You can see more of that shock absorbers that they use out back too. Now this is all finished in plastic, but if you get the Bison, that does add steel bumpers. You're gonna lose a little bit of payload though. You have a 4 and a 7 pin for your class 4 receiving hitch. Full size spare tire. They're using that same steely that I saw on the ZR2, 342 rear. Backup camera. And here's some of the badging out back. Now these taillights are incandescent and LED for accent. Assisted tailgate with the storage built in. And you have the 8 tie downs around the bed. They do stamp AT4X in the front there. Manual sliding glass. Those are all incandescent bulbs above. And then you have a 120 volt 400 watt plug right here. I'm actually shocked that most of these trucks are coming in black too, by the way. I was hoping to see some different colors. Parking sensors are down below too, I didn't mention that earlier. Black exhaust tip. And let's kind of check under the truck here. So you can see one of your cameras below here. It's right there. It also has the spares, and there's one on the front side too. Now this truck does not have any skid plates for the fuel tank. The same thing goes for the ZR2. However, for your transfer case and your full drive system, all that stuff is protected. It seems like everyone is drinking the Kool-Aid on fuel efficiency. I don't understand though why no one is going out and building more diesel options, because diesel engines are more fuel efficient, especially when you compare them to 4-cylinder gas turbos. Like, these engines, in my opinion, are not that great in terms of fuel efficiency. However, if you put a diesel in here, you could probably see a 5 to 6 mpg increase on the highway. But nevertheless, this engine does mirror a diesel. So for example, the bottom end is fully forged. It actually has a 30% stiffer crankshaft, and this has a more rigid cylinder block casting. So this is an overbuilt 4-cylinder, and it's because of the forced induction is why they're doing that. And 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque is big numbers. Made it to an 8-speed transmission. Let's go ahead and check out the interior now. Now, I'll be the first to admit, white interior on an off-road truck, especially a hardcore one, only GM would do something like that. But let's face it, most people are not going to take these trucks off-road. I like that darker carbon gray accent right here, and nice design right there. It looks like carbon fiber, but it's not. Leather appointment where you want it at. And here's some of your controls on the door. Seat memories with door locks. Now, this truck does have a 10-way driver's seat. And I will say, getting in and out is a little bit tougher with these rails on the side. The seats are perforated leather. They are heated and ventilated. I do like how they put AT4X on the side there. And that red accent is pretty much all around the interior, either stitched or just painted. And you see more of that carbon gray color right there. Even that touch of red around some of the knobs and some of the buttons on the interior. It's just a really nice attention to detail. Now stepping in, they do not give you a grab handle, which would come in handy. When you get the AT4X 11-inch screen here, 11.3 right there, and you get heads-up display. This does have a 7-speaker Bose, including a subwoofer. Heated and ventilated seat buttons are right there. Dual climate control. And let's go ahead and start it up. Now you can probably see down below there, this truck has a rear locker, and you can lock the front and rear together. Auto stop start, cautions, lane keep assist, auxiliary for any light bars you decide you want to add to this truck, and you can drop all the windows down at the same time to help air out the truck. Now we do have to go over the camera system on this truck, because you guys saw on the window sticker it did have the cameras on the underbody. So what you're looking at right now, this is a frontal view and this is the underbody view. If you push this button again, it gives you a front and rear view of the underbody again. This button here gives you a full screen, and you can pretty much change it for front and rear, which is the rear here. Also, you can zoom in, you can spray off the camera to clean it off if it gets muddy. And yeah, this is something that's really innovative. I haven't seen this before ever. But it doesn't just stop there. If you're just out in the real world, not out in nature, you do still have a camera view that gives you 360 bird's eye for front and rear. You also have these camera views, and these cameras show you where your tires are, which are helpful. And if you are planning on towing a trailer, well, you do have a zoom in for your conventional hitch. But yeah, I do love these camera views. Like, this is something that I said earlier is truly innovative. A lot of things that they've done with the Colorado and the Canyon is make these trucks really a strong competitor to the Ford Ranger and the Toyota Tacoma. This larger screen is really helpful for like seeing some of the information that you would like to see. This does have navigation built into it as well. And then here's something else. I do like how they have the RPMs. This is a little bit more sportier. And then you have this screen view as well. Now I'm going to show you guys something that I didn't show you with the ZR2. Now, vehicle status. This is something that you're going to have to learn, because they have a lot of cool things inside of this menu here. Now the G-force, you might have to be already driving. I didn't show that last time, but it didn't show anything right now. But the trip information, if you want to reset it inside of this screen, you have to do it in here first. Something that I love about this truck is it shows you your temperatures with an actual number. They don't show you that in this screen here. Now you can, last time I saw, you can actually add some of this information. So let's add the coolant temperature. You can add to display and hit continue. And let's see where it's at. Right there. It would be nice if they gave you a summary for all of the gauges that they have in here. That's something that would be nice that they would add. What else? You have an overview button here, so it shows you your engine air filter life, oil life, your tire pressures, all that good stuff. Your brakes, your fluid filters are right here. And if you go back, you hit home, and you have trailering. There's so many different menus in here, and this system is pretty easy to walk through too. Something else that might be beneficial is you notice that there wasn't a lot of controls around the interior, right? So they do hide some of them inside of here. Your lighting controls are at the top there, and then you have more controls. So you have some for your doors and windows, lights, as you just saw, and drive and park. Push button start is on the side here, and this is how you control your drive mode. So you can turn it clockwise or counterclockwise. The first one you're going to see is normal. Next is off-road, tow haul, terrain, and Baja is the one that's added for the AT4X. You can reduce the ESC, or you don't have to, which is electronic stability control. and they do give you a overview of the drive modes that you're in. So for example, if you push the icon below, it'll show you what it does. On the passenger side, you still have that really nice treatment to the door card here. Now, something that you add compared to the ZR2 is a power seat on the passenger side. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is an 8-way seat. And then just check out the attention to detail on this front dash. Like, really nice stuff here. Even right there. And then at the top, they're using incandescent bulbs. This one does have that sunroof. Black roof too. And as you would expect, you cannot use this truck with a truck camper. Oh yeah, by the way, 2 USBs right there. You have a Type C on the left and Type A. Wireless charger for your phone. This is for your full drive system, so you just push the buttons. Electronic parking brake. Love the stitch on your shifter. A little bit of storage in the center. This does come out, and there's a 12-volt plug inside of there. Out back, there's a lot going on back here. Here's some of your floor mats, cup holders, air vents, more USBs, power plug down below. There's a little bit of storage below the seat. Not much. And the overall interior design is just perfect. They do cheap out a little bit on this trim piece, but we won't say anything about that anymore. Here's the other side. You see your jacks down below and seat back pocket on both rear seats. And let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door. So the gross axle weight rating is going to be 3,500 pounds. They do reduce the rear from 3,600 pounds for the ZR2 and the AT4X. Gross vehicle weight rating is 200 pounds higher than the base models at 6,250. And then here are your tire and wheel specs, so 17 by 8 inch wheels. And then all in payload, I want to say that the ZR2 was like 1,230 pounds, somewhere in that ballpark. And this one's 1,202. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to give Jerry Seiner, Buick GMC a look up here in South Jordan if you are in the market. As for Frank, see you guys soon.